Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Silent Hill 3. Before we actually get started, since I did ask people what colored pole or pipe they prefer, everybody decided they wanted silver, and one guy especially brought something rather creepy, but we'll talk about it later. I'm also going to switch off the radio, and since I brought up the outfits, let's go ahead and switch to... no, wait a minute, what's that one? Yeah, I think this one will look good. Also just to heal myself up. And I think we are ready, styling and profiling, to head into whatever this nearby building is. Just an incredibly odd comment to make about paint, but yeah, it looks like we're in a pretty dilapidated looking building, but we're actually not in the other world right now. This is just it's a condemned, probably in well, can't really say in mid-construction and condemned. It's probably just getting ready to be destroyed. Actually doesn't seem like we are alone in here. But we do have quite a few floors to try checking out, but I think, as we'll see, we don't really have that many options. So that floor is off limits to us because of a roof cave-in. As we'll see for the fourth floor, same excuse is given to not allow us to explore. So that pretty much leaves us only one other course of action, which is the top floor. Is that someone knocking on the wall? Well, maybe someone is nearby because it looks like the toilet has been in use. But we haven't seen anybody yet. The first thing that draws Heather's attention is the mattress. I'm assuming because it's the most disgusting thing in the room. And her first inclination is apparently to drop it in the hole. Mission accomplished. But yeah, what we can kind of gather from the nearby garbage and used bottles and food is that more than likely somebody had been squatting in this construction site, and where they are right now, maybe they were knocking. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's bash the wall. Hey look, what's this on the ground? It's a silencer for our pistol. I'll explain that in just a bit, but we should also, I guess, pay attention to the guy that's in the wall. Yep, more than likely this was the gentleman that was squatting, and more than likely it was what we heard banging, but this seems to have happened a while ago. Also, it's rather interesting for the game to bring up the black cat, because I think that was an Edgar Allan Poe story, but it was also a anthology movie that was, I think, directed by Dario Argento. But moving on, there's actually nothing else on this particular floor, so, well, we actually did have a purpose for pushing that mattress down, and that was to give us a means to get down to the 4th floor. And with this door locked, there's actually no other way to go except through that hole in the wall there. So I guess it's time to go along the outside of the building and get ear raped. Yeah, let's not even worry about these pendulums. Totally not worth damaging our silver pipe over. But by heading into this adjacent window, we make our way into a much nicer looking building. This is actually where we're going to be spending quite a bit of time for the next, or for the rest of this update and the next. But from what Heather can gather from the nearby papers is that apparently we're in some kind of mannequin sales place. Yeah, it's kind of pixelated there, but you can see Storefront Productions is the name of this particular place. Or at least this particular area of the building. And what's a mannequin outlet without, mannequins? Whoa. It kind of sounded like Heather screaming. But as we can tell, she's okay, so what was that? Ah. The new cranberry juice filled model of mannequin. Yeah, that's an easily overlooked little event trigger, but it is rather entertaining. Just to show even more that the game wants Heather dead. And since I have not actually fought any double heads in quite a bit of time, I'm a bit rusty. Let's go with that. Let's not say I'm awful at game. And there is one more double head somewhere in here. There he is. And this time I'm not even going to worry about getting him out of midair. You can just stun lock his stupid ass. let's go ahead and explore the rest of the floor. And I hate to break it to you, but no, none of the bathrooms in this particular building will be accessible. But hey, at least we can get our groove on, I suppose? Or at least learn to at Monica's dance studio. But it looks like this class might be all full up, as we have 2 double heads and an insane cancer waiting in this room. And you may be wondering what wonderful, great reward is waiting for us in here, and the answer to that would be absolutely nothing. There is no reason at all to come in this room unless you're just looking to kill some more stuff. And we'll just leave that insane cancer to his little nap and explore the rest of the dance studio. Oh, something's catching Heather's attention. It appears to be a mildly ajar drawer. Or as she likes to say, a smidge. Sadly though, Heather does not have the strength to open the drawer the rest of the way, so that is actually going to be our first puzzle for this area. And also, rather hard to see on this little table here, but we do have our map. And we finally find out that we're in the Hilltop Center. So let's see if we can't find a screwdriver somewhere in the Hilltop Center. Well, I think that pretty much covers everything on this floor. Got an elevator here, but I'm assuming it's not going to work with the electricity off. But here's this one is actually a little open, but not enough for Heather to actually get through, which can be a bit of a problem. So it looks like we have our second item that we're going to need to find somewhere in the Hilltop Center. Now, if you're wondering what is down these stairs, well, I'm going to, if I remember correctly, they are blocked off, so there's actually no reason to even go down that way. And instead, it's best just to head on up and start exploring. The first place we're going to go into is KLN Auto Parts. And their friendly staff of numb bodies, as we can hear in the far distance, are waiting to assist us. Sadly, I'm just window shopping, and I don't enjoy pushy salesmen. Let's just see if we... Oh, yeah. He is nice enough to wait while we bash his friend's head in. I'm actually not sure what is causing that weird AI behavior, but I do appreciate it when it does happen. And with that, I feel pretty good. I think I'm getting more into the hang of combat now. I feel like I can probably take on anything. Well, I'm not going to take on that. Fuck that room. Yeah, if you're wondering, oh, what's behind that insane cancer? Absolutely nothing. There is nothing of interest in that room. Except a big fat enemy that will hurt you very badly and takes up half of the room. And what's this on the shelf over here? But a car jack. And that actually is going to be fairly useful to us in getting that elevator open. And actually that and the health drink was all we came in here for. So let's see what else this floor might hold in store for us. Because I do want to say there is one more office space on this floor that we probably should investigate. Ah, the Gallery of Fine Arts. I think it's down it's down this way. Let's see what lovely pieces of art they have waiting for us. And we do get some mild insight into Heather's artistic taste. She enjoys nice and simple things. And I, too, would like to be relaxed in such a tense situation. And pixel art is always making a comeback. But it does appear there's a rather large piece of art missing. Yeah, I don't think too many people are too fond of fire. They understand the gifts it brings, but they also understand the dangers it holds. And the last final piece is rather bizarre, at least to Heather. We can kind of understand the whole repressor of memories, especially after all the save points where Heather is having to grapple with memories may or may not coming back. And oh, what's that? Is that our new weapon? No, it's just a screwdriver. And the screwdriver is actually going to allow us to get into that desk back in Monica's dance studio. But before we go rushing back to finish up this area, there is one very important item left in the Gallery of Fine Arts. Oh, and it's our new melee weapon. Yep, the katana, which was also present in Silent Hill 1, is, well, it's a very nice weapon. It's actually our final melee weapon for the game. And as we can tell from its animation, or its swings, it's honestly just a reskin of the pipe. Not that that's bad, just kind of lazy. But it does a lot of damage. It's Does a little bit less damage than the maul, but considering that the maul is really awful, the katana wins by being better. But with our new Hanzo steel, we can now head back. We're actually back on the 5th floor. The first thing we're going to do is use our car jack. And we have the elevator open, but we run into the second issue of, well, no elevator. It's a bleak, empty shaft. But yeah, as Heather observes, the floor underneath us has actually the elevator door open, and normally, or before, we couldn't actually access that floor via the stairs. So, I'm hoping that whatever we're able to find in Monica's dance studio allows us some access to the lower floor. Ah, a rope. Perfect for hanging ourselves. No, instead we're going to be using this rope to get down to that lower floor. As you can probably assume, we'll just tie it off and shimmy our way down. Though I can't really tell what item she's actually going to be tying it to, but you know, that's the least of our concerns. Our main concern is obviously still getting home. And we have another save point, our Halo of the Sun, waiting for us. And Heather actually brings up a good question. Who is actually leaving all these symbols behind? I mean, we can't naturally assume that it's some latest fad, as she puts it. And we haven't actually seen Claudia in a while. I mean, is Claudia always one step ahead of us? We can't really be sure of that for right now. But checking out our map, there's only 2 things really on this floor. There's the mental health clinic, and yeah, well, I don't think we want to go there. So let's check out the interior design studio. Alright, maybe that isn't the right door. Third time's the charm. So I actually don't think I'd be hiring these people for their interior decorating. It kind of looks like this place is a bit in shambles. We got a nice little piece of beef jerky here next to the figurine of a dog. Heather, I don't think you should buy the figurine. Some interesting handles and toilet paper rolls. And I'm assuming this area is just to make it with the fact that the building has no real accessible toilets. So at least they allowed you into the interior design's bathroom area. Sadly, it doesn't look like the Echo interior design company actually keeps their display models up to snuff. Very shoddy work. And not really sure, well, yeah, thank you, camera. I wasn't sure what to interact with. But yeah, let's check out the tub.
I knew it. No, not again. Did she do this too?
Well, maybe Claudia's actually closer than we thought. Yeah, welcome to the Otherworld Hilltop Center. Looks like, got a nice little display model here for some horrific terror. Yeah, this is actually a vague reference to the nurse from Silent Hill 1. We're actually going to be seeing quite a few hospital-oriented things in the Hilltop Center. And it actually brings to mind the fact that whenever we were in the Otherworld Mall, we actually saw some gurneys and some other hospital equipment there. So yet again, bringing into the theme of hospitals in the Otherworld, wherever we seem to go. But I think this is actually probably going to be where I'll be cutting it off for now. Join me next time as we head further into the Otherworld Hilltop Center. This is Negro saying bye.